We are eating Chipotle. This is my bucket bowl. Everyone in the comments, like especially with my shorts, they're like, it's not a bucket. I'm like, it's a bucket to me. It's a bucket to me. So we're just enjoying a Sunday out. I've been posting on my channel a lot about my life and my family and my job situation. So the way things are right now, my second job that I ended up getting is still stable and part-time. And then my primary job, I don't know what's going to happen. We were state, essentially, employees, and now we were bought over by a private company. I'm going to talk about this more in another video. And so we are now been bought over by a private company, and I don't know what's going to happen right now with the scheduling or the stability of the job. I went from essentially working every day to being told, like, welcome, as if you're a new person just arriving. As far as the private, this is, for the record, something I've been working at for 3 years straight, and very consistently. And they like handed everyone a paper because the new company required it, where it says like, welcome. It's like, I've been here for 3 years. It doesn't even make sense that you handed me this paper. And there was a lot of, there has been a consistent level at the first job that I've been working for 3 years of behavior that is certainly not what you would expect from an environment like that. And it just continues to go downhill. Like, it's almost like the lobster analogy, where you put the lobster in the water and it's like the lobster is boiled and everything else, and you just don't even realize anymore what's happening. So this week, in other words, Monday through Friday, I'm scheduled to work. But so far on the schedule for the following week, I'm actually only scheduled like 1 day. So I don't know if as the week gets closer, I'll see that I'm working. So I don't know. So I just have to take each week at a time, but also being proactive as to what I'm going to do. Like I said, my dad is working now, so that's helping to carry us a little bit. So, you know, in the next weeks, as I see what occurs, is how I will have to figure out my next step, you know, as far as, you know, the possibility of losing one of the jobs, or what the total income is. So now it is Chipotle time, so I'm going to continue with that. So now we have finished the bowl for now, but we have leftover bowl. Show the people. Okay, it's a spaceship. Okay. Okay. But we're going to go get a coffee because you can never go wrong with coffee. I'm a little sleepy, so we're gonna go get a coffee. Oh, so with my second job, I'm really loving it. I feel very appreciated. I feel much more appreciated there than I have ever felt appreciated in the 3 years that I've worked the first job. They gave me like a recognition, like a little like laminated poster that says, you know, how happy they are with me and that I bring passion to the job. So it made me feel very grateful to be recognized in itself, but also because I guess I'm obviously a human, and I'm comparing it to how I've been treated at the first job that I've had the last 3 years. And I mean, when I start to get into it with you guys about some of the things that they have said to me at this first job, I think that you're going to be very surprised, and you're going to kind of look at me and have the attitude like, they couldn't have been paying me that much at the first job. Why did you not have the attitude of, you know, my mental health is more important, I'm going to leave this, and even if I have to get another part-time job, because and that may be the kick in the butt that ends up happening. It may end up being that I'm just not scheduled and I have to do that. But you know, to go from where I've been told very derogatory things at the first job, to then being in this environment that is overall much healthier, where I just got an award and everything, and I've only been at this job maybe a month and a half. you know, I'm human, so obviously I'm making those comparables. So now we're gonna go get a coffee. I don't know what they did to the tables here, but they're like, used to be a clear walking path, and now I don't know what they have done. But I guess it makes sense to them. Okay. This is a very interesting outfit here. It is clear that this was once a car seat that was then changed into a weird tunic dress. I think it's very nice for Miami clubbing. Yes, wear your car seat. Old for me. We are coffee arising. This is the coffee. I am excited to drink the coffee. Do I say coffee weird?
Show them the meaning of the arrow.
The arrow means that's where I drink or where you drink? Okay, because I don't like to share your spit. Okay. Do I say coffee weird? Coffee. You say cool. Coffee.
Let's go to New York and have some coffee.
It's not as bad your accent as it used to be. But I've been told I go into random accents throughout the day. I'm either strange or I have multiple personalities. Show the people you. Would you like to model the coffee for the people?
I put an arrow on my cup to show this is my side of drinking the coffee.
Thank you for that elaboration and knowledge that people wanted to know.
This is my giant jumbo refilled milk.
And my water is a normal size.
This is refilled, in case you think it's Fiji.
So we are in the car. It is early in the morning and I'm just going to work. Last night I had work at my second job and I got out a little bit later than expected because I was helping out with something. But, you know, today I woke up and instead of going to my primary job the way it's always been, you know, the idea of just show up to work and you work almost every day. Now, today is the first day under the new system. So we were essentially all fired, removed from being a state employee to now a private company. So we were outsourced. So today is the first day showing up to this job as an outsourced employee, even though we're in the same place, which is bizarre. And we've gone from being told that we're going to work every day to now being told who knows. So I'm on the schedule for this week. I'm going to see what happens today. I already know that the particular environment I'm going to be in today, I kind of have a heads up, is not the best. Very difficult work day ahead because of some of the dynamics. So gonna kind of just go from there, and I'm pretty tired from over the weekend, but you know, gonna see how it goes, and I will start filming again when I get out to kind of relay what happened. I'm also a little under the weather, so just gonna try to like get through the day today. So I'm out of work, and like I said, I was going to see today what the difference was switching from a state employee to this new system. And the difference is pretty significant. Before this happened and we were state employees, we just came in. I tend to always go in with other employees, especially the ones that have scan cards and that type of stuff. And I did that today. I don't even know if I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'll probably get yelled at if I do. I would always go in super early because I'd always try to be very, very prepared for the day and do a lot of things. You know, I'd be in there an hour ahead of time. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to go in on the dot. This is a place, again, I've worked since 2020, so it's over 3 years, right? And everyone there knows me. I know every nook and cranny of the place, and now this is a situation where it's almost like people who have known you for 4 years won't even look at you. It's almost like they pretend they don't even want to speak to you or look through you. They have you sign a paper now to show you were there and you worked, because the private takeover is considered so low end that they want to make sure you showed up to work, whereas before you just showed up to work and the boss there would enter that you worked. Depending on the route you work, this will make more sense in the next video I post. You could have a day where technically you're out at a certain hour, or technically you're out 1 hour prior. And the 1 hour prior route is, the reason you're out 1 hour prior is that the route is very vigorous, and technically that is your break time after. So if you have the more vigorous route before, the way it was under the state level, we would just leave then. Now they told us you stick around even though you're being paid the same amount. So this is not an hourly rate, it's a day rate job. So we were like, but we're done. We worked the more vigorous route today, and normally we leave. We don't stick around that extra hour. And they were like, no, the private company said you have to be here even if you're not doing anything. So I and another person who are in the same position and actually worked a very similar route today, we sat at tables and we just talked for an hour, but it was absolutely ridiculous because we were essentially told you can't leave. We're sitting at tables talking. We were going to get paid the same amount either way, whether we would have left or not, but it was the fact that the way they spoke to us and the fact that they made us stay. So I had to sign in a book, even though they know who we are the last 4 years. They look through you. They don't want to talk to you. One of the older ladies that was in this position today too, who was going through the exact same thing, she expressed to me, I'm lucky enough that I have my dad, and my dad is helping to support us. This is a woman who is elderly, in the same position I have been in, and they don't appear to be using her even the few days that I know I'm scheduled. She expressed that she lives alone, that she rents in a bad neighborhood, and that she takes 2 buses to work each way, which she said totals about an hour's time. She's pretty much disabled. She can't do a lot of jobs. This is a job she could do because a lot of times with this job you're sitting, or you can be at least, and she's in a situation now where she was combined with her social and this job, she was getting by. And I don't know what's going to happen to her. Like, obviously I'm struggling too, but this is a woman who is in a much, much worse situation than me. I don't know what's going to happen to this woman. She could literally end up on the street. I don't know what's going to happen. So the difference today, I would actually say that the difference today, because that's what I was talking about earlier, will I notice the difference? I would say the difference today was a lot more noticeable than I thought it was going to be. When she took out the paper and said sign in, I was shocked. That was the first thing. Then you need to stay here and stare at the wall, even though...
You done?
And she's like, and I'm like, we don't normally do that. And she goes, but the private company told me you have to do that. It's like, so what do you, like, was she actually implying, like, I'll report you to the private company that you're a bad employee? It's kind of like how it was coming off.
Go for it.
Yeah, go for it. So, I don't anticipate any consistency. And that's what I said to the other woman who's in charge. I said, I don't expect any, I don't have any confidence in this at all. hard to explain all
have
this
the
because
reveal of
yeah,
who
where
you
where
work for.
where it makes more sense.
because it may not make a lot of sense right now.
Well, I'm already telling them things like that it's transitioned from a state job to a private company, so
They
we can start
could not
to
have guessed.
give it a lot more clarity so that they understand what has been transpiring.
And the abuse level.
So it was. I'm actually in shock, to be quite honest. I'm in shock that I thought today was actually, because I was saying to you, well, I noticed the difference today. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Not only was the route very bad today, pretty bad, exhausting, but pretty bad. So I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna eat. I'm going to edit this as quickly as I can, and as I eat, and then I'm gonna go back downstairs and film some audio for the next video, which is going to start to elaborate more clarity on everything that's been going on and what the job has been, so that everyone understands. But thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all always. If you would like to support the channel, I have channel memberships and Patreon, and I will see you guys in the next video, and bye.